In religious education, we are going to be learning about Hinduism and Diwali. Let's start with a scene from a book in which there are some people celebrating Diwali. If you've heard about Diwali before, then this picture might be a little bit familiar to you. Do you recognize some things? If this is the first time for you that you're learning about Diwali, take a close look at the picture. What do you see? There are some people. What are they doing? Where might those people be? Look at their faces. How are they feeling? All these things will give you a clue about Diwali. Let's read a short poem. Each verse of this poem starts with a letter, which then spells the word Diwali. It is an acrostic poem. Listen very carefully, because even the poem will give you a little clue about what Diwali is. Diwali. Diwali lights are twinkling, twinkling in the sky and in our homes and hearts. We welcome all with cheery greeting and sweets and patterned Rangoli art. Lakshmi flies upon her owl tonight. Incense curls, our futures sparkling bright. So let's answer the question, what is Diwali? Diwali is an important religious celebration that is celebrated by Hindus, Sikhs, Jain and some Buddhists. It is also known as the Festival of Lights and marks the beginning of a new year in some parts of the world. It lasts 5 days around October and November. Rama and Sita. During the festival, Hindus celebrate the legend of the return of Rama and Sita. Let's listen to the story of Rama and Sita and pay good attention, because after the story you will have to sequence it and put it in the right order. So listen very carefully. The story of Rama and Sita. Once upon a time, there lived a great warrior, Prince Rama, and he had a beautiful wife named Sita. One day, Rama and Sita were banished from their home by the king. Rama's brother, Lakshma, joined them in exile. This means they were not allowed to live in their own kingdom. Living nearby was a terrible demon king Ravana. He had 10 heads and 20 arms and was feared throughout the land. One day, Ravana kidnapped Sita and took her away in his chariot. Clever Sita left a trail of her jewelry for Rama to follow. Rama and Lakshma followed the trail of glittering jewelry until they met the Monkey King, Hanuman, who became their friend and agreed to help find Sita. Messages were sent to all the monkeys in the world who set out to find Sita. After a very long search, Hanuman found Sita imprisoned on an island. The army of monkeys couldn't reach the island, so they began to build a bridge. Soon, all the animals of the world, large and small, had come to help. When the bridge was built, they rushed across and fought a mighty battle. When Rama killed the evil Ravana with a magic arrow, the whole world rejoiced. That means they were delighted, full of joy and happy. Rama and Sita were reunited and they began their long journey back to their land. Lamps were lit by everybody to help them on their way and welcome them back. To this day, Diwali is celebrated by people lighting lamps as a way to remember that light triumphs over dark and good over evil. That was a lovely story. Let's talk a little bit about Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. Many Hindus also link Diwali with Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. Lamps are lit to help Lakshmi find her way into people's homes, and doors and windows are left open so that she can find her way in. Diwali is a time for celebrating good over evil and celebrating happiness. During this time, people spring clean their homes for the new year. They wear new clothes, they exchange presents, they share special meals with their family and friends, and they enjoy huge firework displays. Let's watch a little video to recap what we've learned about Diwali today.
Grandma!
Hi, sweetheart.
Come in, I'll take your bags.
Are you excited for Diwali?
Yeah, Diwali is the best. I love the fireworks.
Me too. Do you know why we celebrate Diwali?
It's the festival of lights and marks the start of the Hindu New Year.
Good. And when do we celebrate it?
It lasts 5 days, around October or November.
And do you remember the story of Prince Rama and Princess Sita?
Yeah, Sita was kidnapped by the demon king Ravana, so Rama had to rescue her with help from Hanuman, the monkey king. There was a fierce battle, but Rama finally defeated Ravana and saved Sita.
Then what happened?
Villagers from their hometown lit lamps to help them find their way home. Diwali means row of lights.
That's right. We also pray to Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and good fortune. We light lamps so that she will visit our homes and bring us good fortune.
And that's why we make rangoli patterns out of colourful powder or petals.
It is. I'm very impressed.
Thanks, Grandma.
In India, the streets will be full of people celebrating with drumming and dancing and, of course, fireworks.
Grandma, look!
Brilliant job! Very good. Now it's time for you to do your work. The first thing I want you to do is to sequence the story of Rama and Sita. You can drag and drop the pictures into the boxes and put them in the correct order. If you have a printed pack, you can cut out the pictures and glue them in the right box. You have to think, what happened first? And look at the pictures carefully. Which picture looks like the beginning where Rama and Sita were happy and together? If you think you have the right picture, you can drag and drop it into the right box. Well done! That's fantastic! When you're done, I want you to think about the story of Rama and Sita and about Diwali. You can draw a picture of a scene from the story, or maybe you can draw some fireworks, people celebrating Diwali. You can draw on a piece of paper with some coloring pencils. Do you want a challenge? Answer this question. Why do Hindus celebrate Diwali? I am really excited to read your wonderful sentences. Thank you and goodbye.